Hello and welcome to That's Football. Get your pen and paper ready, get ready for a debate. The comment section is going to be very interesting. Who is the top of the top 5 Premier League managers currently? I'm sure, as I said, there's going to be a lot of different opinion on this. Jose Mourinho, is he your number 1? Let's see where he comes in our top 5. But there will be names that don't make it. I mean, straight away, even if you get rid of Wenger, because he's not going to make it, is he? That still leaves the big 5. What order do they come in? Do they actually make it in there? Let's see as we crack on with number 5. Who is in at number 5 as the Premier League's 5th best Premier League manager? Controversial or not, Tony Pulis. I know a lot of people are going to go mad, long ball merchant, but you know what? It's not all. It's not all about being pretty. And the reality is, when it comes to Pulis, whether it's at Stoke, Crystal Palace or now West Brom, and what I must say about West Brom is they've arguably had, for their comparable size, the best Premier League window of anybody in relation to transfers. Keep your eye on West Brom. I think there'll certainly be a top 10 finish for Pulis and them again. But never been relegated. Well, actually, he might have been relegated. No, I don't think he has been relegated. But longevity, ability to get results across all teams. He knows the Premier League like the back of his hand. Very, very decent manager and very, very worthy of that top 5 position. I was thinking Eddie Howe. I was even thinking about Ronald Koeman, which should be a hint that one of the big boys will not make it. But in at number 5, Tony Pulis for me. In at number 4 then, rather reluctantly, because I'm not a massive Liverpool fan if I'm totally honest, but Jurgen Klopp does make it in at number 4. Just for the simple reason that when he's playing his Plan A game, I've got to be honest, it is expansive, it is exciting, and Plan A, Liverpool under Klopp, is begrudgingly, must be very nice for Liverpool fans or people who've got a bit of time for Liverpool. They do play entertaining, they do press, they do use the flanks, they do hit teams very well on the break, they are very fast, very, very similar to what he did at Dortmund for a long time. So Klopp, I think, is worthy of the 4th place. What I would say is he's only got a Plan A, and I've said this plenty of times. The alphabet for Klopp begins and ends with A. It's the shortest alphabet in the world. Should he be doing better, Liverpool fans? Some might say that he's a bit lucky to be in there, but effectively 3rd season in the Premier League now, doing okay. Champions League last year, good decent start to the season. Klopp is in at number 4 for now. I'm moving on. I'm convicted with that. Antonio Conte in at number 3. But he's won the Premier League. He's the champion. I hear you all saying, not enough for me to be the number 1 Premier League manager. Just because you're the champions doesn't make you number 1, especially when it's not that season anymore. New season, fresh start. Let's have a look at what Conte's done in his time in the Premier League. Yes, he won the Premier League, largely with a team he inherited from the previous manager who down tools, which is Chelsea's way sometimes with their players, didn't really add a hell of a lot to it. Kante from Leicester, somebody else's success story again, Ranieri, Kante, they were champions of England. It was no secret that Kante was the sort of player who could drop in and he'd basically run your midfield. Hazard, already been very good for Chelsea with Mourinho. Matic again. Costa again. Cahill again. The list goes on. And he did inherit that side. They did well. He did well. He's number 3. I'm not saying he's not in the top 5. He's in at number 3. But also, no European football. And then look at the way he's handled this summer. Look at the way his ego during the season has sort of burst out. Would I want Conte as number 1 Premier League manager on reputation, ability? No. Number 3 because you are the current champion, but definitely reasons for that, I believe. But get commenting, give us your thoughts. Here we go then. In at number 2. Some might have put him in at number 1. Jose Mourinho's in at number 1. I know what you're thinking. Pep's number 1. Let's wait and see. Jose Mourinho at number 2. You could make a very good case for him to be number 1. And I suppose when you're looking at history, longevity in the Premier League and what he's done, probably is number 1. He's won more Premier Leagues than any of these people we're talking about. But this is a project at Manchester United for Mourinho, and it's only just beginning. 1 year in, Europa League winner, won the League Cup, 6th in the Premier League. They are the stats he faces. We're talking about the Premier League's top 5 managers, and I think maybe at the end of this season, when he's holding up yet another Premier League title, Mourinho will be moving into that first slot. But for now, job well done. Probably a B. A plus is what we're looking for number 1. So Mourinho in at number 2 for me, but certainly pushing hard for that first slot. And I think it's only because of that finish last season of 6th that sort of tarnished, not tarnished, but it's a building process for Mourinho, and he's only halfway up the mountain. But he's definitely in at number 2 for me. And then in at number 1, I've got no issue with this one. Pochettino. Where's Pep? I'll come to that in a minute. Pochettino, number 1 for me. Definitely, without doubt, neutral, generic, whatever you want to call it, taken away the bias. Chelsea have been champions. Leicester have been champions. But Spurs, I don't think they did finish second, actually, against Leicester. I think they let Arsenal in. But over the last 2 years, Spurs have been the best footballing side. And if you remember Pochettino at Southampton, very similar. Very good footballing side. Good with the press, but also very good defensively. Something Klopp hasn't actually mastered yet. Is it Pochettino's fault that he's inherited a Spurs side that's not been near the title in decades and is inherently a bit like Arsenal, bottlers of the North when they go up there? He's improving that, but it takes a long time to change the mentality of a club. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, it took him a few years. I think Pochettino has the right mentality. He's certainly got a very good mix between defence, youth and talent and attacking talent. And as I said, I watched them play twice last season against United, and they were the best opposition we played in both games. Probably unfortunate that they don't have a Premier League title, but you get what you deserve at the end of the season. Let down, I think, by, like I say, just that lack of a backbone in the Spurs team at the moment. But maybe they are learning that under Pochettino. For me, Pochettino is the best Premier League manager at the moment, number 1. So there you go. Pulis, Klopp, Conte, Mourinho, Pochettino. What is your top 5? Any issues with mine? Get commenting. Let's get the debate going. That's what this is all about, and that's football. It's all about opinion. But before I go, why is Pep not there? Because he's not. He's not a top 5 Premier League manager at the moment. He's inherited the richest club in the Premier League in relation to expenditure you're allowed. I know Manchester United are the richest, but you don't get all the money at Manchester United to spend. You get what you like at Man City. He spent hundreds of millions of pounds. Last year was disappointing. This year, well, it's early. We'll see what happens, but they really should be going for the title. Same at Bayern Munich. Lots and lots of money. Didn't even win a Champions League. And obviously his real credibility lies with one of the best sides Barcelona have ever had. And Messi. Is Guardiola really that good? Not in my top 5. Wenger obviously doesn't make it. Not his best era at Arsenal, so I don't think anyone could argue with that. But what do you think of my top 5? What is your top 5? Get commenting, give us your thoughts. It's all about opinion on That's Football. Remember to drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and tell your friends about That's Football. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Let's let the debate reign. Thanks for watching.